colossus of a trade. For Nicholas Backstrom.
Nice toe drag, moving a shot. They score!
And the swing, and he did. It went past Kemper, and Pettersson scores.
He's not flashy, he's not loud, but Anton Frondell might be the most NHL-ready center no one's talking about. The 2025 draft is buzzing, and we're wondering, will he crack the top 5? Compared to Mats Sundin's poise, Nicholas Backstrom's vision, or Elias Pettersson's rise, Frondell's polarizing game splits scouts. So who is this Swedish enigma? Hey, before we get started, 83% of you watching aren't subscribed yet, so if you don't want to miss out on any of our NHL deep dives, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay locked in for every video. Now, let's take a look at Anton Frondell. As you know, Sweden has churned out legendary NHL centers who don't just play, they dominate. Mats Sundin, with his 1,349 points and Maple Leafs legacy, set the standard for clutch leadership. Peter Forsberg's blend of grit and wizardry lifted Colorado 2 cups. Nicholas Backstrom's 1,033 points and playmaking genius fueled Washington's 2018 run. Elias Pettersson, Vancouver's modern marvel, blends finesse with a lethal shot, posting 102 points in 2022 to 2023. These aren't just players, they're franchise pillars. When a Swede breaks into the NHL, they don't just show up, they lead. Swedish centers are different. Elite hockey IQ, two-way mastery, and a maturity that screams pro-ready. What makes them special? It's the cerebral game. Reading plays 2 steps ahead, controlling tempo, and excelling in high-pressure moments. They're not always the fastest or flashiest, but their decision-making and versatility make them invaluable. Frondell, at just 17, is cut from this cloth, posting 25 points in 29 HockeyAllsvenskan games against men. But here's the stakes. He could be the next Sundin, Backstrom, or Pettersson, or, like many greats before him, overlooked in a draft chasing highlight reels. The question looms, is Frondell ready to carry this legacy? Frondell is a 6-foot, 196-pound center for Djurgårdens IF and HockeyAllsvenskan, Sweden's second-tier pro league. At 16, he debuted in the league, logging an assist in 9 games. This season, he's erupted for 11 goals and 14 assists in 29 games, outpacing most U18 players in the league's history, trailing only Elias Pettersson's .95 points per game mark. Internationally, he captained Sweden to the 2023 World U17 bronze, notching 6 goals and an assist in 7 games, and earned silver at the 2024 World Junior A Championship. His J20 National dominance last year, 39 points in 29 games, set the stage for his pro leap. Injuries slowed his start, but Frondell's second-half surge, including a 4-point game against Bjorklöven, has scouts buzzing again. His strengths define him as a chess master on skates. Frondell's elite hockey IQ shines in his ability to anticipate plays, as well as hit tape-to-tape passes and find soft ice for scoring chances. His quick-release wrist and snapshots fool goalies, and his 200-foot game-hounding pucks and forcing turnovers scream reliability. He's not a highlight reel dangler. He's a quiet leader who controls games with patience and precision. Compared stylistically to Nick Suzuki for his cerebral play and puck protection, Fondell's game thrives under pressure, though his skating lacks some elite burst. Nevertheless, this is a pro-ready center built for the NHL's grind, not just YouTube clips. Frondell's draft stock is a bit of a paradox, though. Despite tying David Pasternak's U18 HockeyAllsvenskan points record and nearing William Nylander's mark, he's often overshadowed. His .86 points per game click is historic, yet it doesn't scream elite like North American prospect Michael Misa's 75 OHL points or James Hagens' 102-point USHL season. Frondell's game is subtle, built on puck control, board battles, and defensive smarts rather than end-to-end rushes. Casual fans and YouTube highlight chasers miss the nuance, instead gravitating toward Misa's speed or Hagens' flair. Injuries early this season didn't help, sidelining him from Sweden's World Juniors and dropping him to number 12 on some lists, despite being NHL Central Scouting's top European skater. As you know, the hype train rolls for flashier names. But that's where Frondell's value lies, underrated and underdiscussed. On X, fans debate Hagens' electric potential or Misa's goal scoring, while Frondell's name sparks less chatter. This is a player whose impact shows up in game tape, not stat sheets. His two-way game and leadership don't go viral, but they win games. It's time we talk about him, and I wonder what you think. Is Frondell slipping through the cracks because scouts overvalue speed and sizzle? Or are they sleeping on a player whose game translates better to the NHL than his peers? The tension is real, and Frondell's draft position could be a steal or a missed opportunity. Frondell's skill set seems to be a blueprint for NHL longevity, projecting as a top 6 center with franchise-altering potential. His elite hockey IQ and playmaking vision allow him to dictate pace, threading passes through seams and finding high-danger areas with precision. At 6 feet and 198 pounds, he shields pucks in tight spaces, winning board battles and creating space for line mates. And his deceptive wrist shot and one-timer make him a power play weapon, while the defensive instincts, disrupting passing lanes and forcing turnovers, fit penalty skill roles. Like Elias Pettersson, who leaped from 56 SHL points to 66 NHL points as a rookie in 2018 to 2019, Frondell's mature two-way game could translate seamlessly. His 60 to 70 point upside paired with leadership offers long-term value. And as North American scouts see more of his HockeyAllsvenskan dominance, 25 points in 29 games, his draft stock could soar like Pettersson's did in 2017. Where might Frondell land in the 2025 draft? Teams desperate for a future 1C are taking notice. Seattle, building around Matty Beniers, craves a reliable two-way center to bolster their top 6. Frondell's poise and physicality make him a perfect fit. Philadelphia, with young stars like Gauthier and Michkov, lacks a top-line pivot. Frondell's quiet leadership could anchor their rebuild. Arizona, now in Utah, has Logan and Cooley, but needs center depth. Frondell's pro-ready game aligns with their accelerating timeline. Columbus, seeking stability after recent changes, could pair Frondell with Adam Fantilli for a dynamic 1-2 punch. Projected as a top 10 pick, possibly top 5, his draft position hinges on teams valuing IQ over flash. The upside is tantalizing, but questions still linger. Can Frondell's subtle brilliance cut through the noise of flashier prospects? His physical tools and decision-making scream NHL ready, but as mentioned earlier, his skating, while functional, lacks some elite burst. Teams like Boston or Colorado, who've built dynasties on cerebral centers like Bergeron or McKinnon, might see Frondell as a cornerstone. Others may hesitate, prioritizing speed. In the end, the 2025 draft will be the ultimate referendum on his value. Will he be the steal who reshapes a franchise, or will his game be misjudged? Frondell's path to stardom starts with the right team betting on his vision. The upcoming draft sparks a heated question. Would you draft hockey IQ and leadership over flash and speed? Frondell's cerebral game, elite decision-making, puck control, two-way reliability stands in stark contrast to Hagens' electric highlight reel flair. Hagens, with 102 UHSL points and blazing speed, dazzles scouts, but Frondell's pro-level patience and physicality at 198 pounds scream NHL translatability. Teams like Tampa Bay, who struck gold with Braden point smarts, or Boston, who built around Bergeron's 200-foot mastery, know the value of Frondell's archetype. Others chase raw potential and risk busts. So would you take Frondell in the top 5? Imagine the split-second choice. Frondell's poise in clutch moments versus Hagens' end-to-end rushes. Whose game holds up in the playoffs? The debate cuts even deeper than that. Is Frondell merely solid, or is he a cup-winning center in the making? Some scouts are drawing parallels to Lindholm or Zibanejad, who were underrated in their drafts, but who later became franchise pillars. Frondell's 25 points in HockeyAllsvenskan echo Zibanejad's pre-draft performance, yet injuries and a quieter style dim his hype. Dropped to number 12 on some list, as I mentioned before, he's still NHL Central Scouting's top European skater, so will scouts regret sleeping on him, as they did with Zibanejad? picked 6th in 2011, or Lindholm 5th in 2013? Frondell's game thrives in the details. Board play, face-off wins, defensive reads, but those don't go viral. So is he just a safe pick destined for a second-line role, or do you think he's the next star who tilts rings? His supporters argue his maturity and versatility make him a safer bet than boom or bust prospect. But critics counter that his lack of elite skating or jaw-dropping stats could cap his ceiling. Chatter on X reflect the divide, some calling him a future 1C, others a reliable but unexciting pivot. History favors Frondell. Swedish centers often exceed expectations, but the 2025 draft is a gamble. Will teams see a game changer or a fallback option? And the question that's haunting every war room, is Frondell the steal of the draft, or will his subtle brilliance be overlooked? Sweden has produced some of the greatest centers in the modern era. Do you think Frondell can join their ranks? His elite IQ, two-way game, and quiet leadership echo the traits that have made others legends. And at 17, he's already battling men in HockeyAllsvenskan, posting historic numbers and climbing draft boards. The 2025 draft could crown him a top 5 pick, or see him slip as teams chase flashier names. Frondell's journey is just beginning, but his ceiling is undeniable. A franchise center who controls games and lifts teammates. So the question is whether scouts see the same vision. And I want to know what you think. Is he franchise material or just another safe pick? Drop your take in the comments below. Will he be a Sundin-like leader, a Pettersson-like riser, or something else entirely? Don't miss our next NHL Deep Dive. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to stay in the game, and keep the conversation going in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next one.